on to you, Taurus, out here? So you actually have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and then you also have the Page of Pentacles. So what you, Taurus, got going on is that a lot of you are in a space where you're very much so focused on, like I said, the Ace of Pentacles is a person that's focused on what they've got going on, person that is focused on how they benefit, and will enjoy or enjoys what's laid out. Like I said, what's laid out right there in front of them, right? It's like indulging in what you can, right? And then the Queen of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, like I said, times are good, right? The Queen of Swords, specifically in this deck, is initiated incorrectly. So normally it would be like you would have people kind of being at odds with you. That doesn't mean that in this reading. What this means basically for you, Taurus, is that you have people who not only are they not at odds with you, they probably want to find out what you, Taurus, got going on, and even engage and actually join you. The Page of Pentacles is about how you, Taurus, also, you're just focused on what you got to do. So there's interest that you, Taurus, have, right? You know, you have people interested in you. But, you know, obviously, if they're going to get close to you, you have to get to know them, right? That's not just going to be an immediate thing where you, Taurus, just say, okay, it's fine. Let's be solid. Let's actually say that we go together. You still have to hang out with them. You know, you still have to find out how they are, right? Of course, you know, that's how relationships are, regardless of if it's far away, face to face. You got to hang out with a person. You know, you can talk on the phone and that's cool. I'm not knocking that. But you also got to fly out or drive out or whatever, right? Go to see the person and find out how they are face to face when you are around them. Because a lot of the times, not all the time, but a lot of the times, right, people will say things like, there's this saying of, you're not like your pictures, right? You're not like how it is that you show up on videos, right? Luckily for me, a lot of people who I speak on the phone with, right, from these private readings, they'll say, yo, you sound just like your videos. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm the same way in real life. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't even know how to put on an act. You know, you'll have people, oh, you a fake gangster. Listen, I never said that I was a gangster at all. When did I say that? When did I say that? You feel me? Like, so it's like, they're saying things that are delusional because they're saying things to make up a story when there is no story, right? So I'm saying all that to say that when you are that exact person in real life, you're right, it should be cool. But, when you're going to hang out with somebody, you have to go and find out who the person is. And so a lot of you, Taurus, you understand that, while people, you're not just going to immediately accept them, obviously, right? Y'all hang out once, and then the next thing you know, the two of y'all supposed to go together. It's like, nah, well, there's still time to get out, right? If you feel like you don't want to engage with this person like that, there's still time to get out. All you have to do is just decide you don't want to hang out with them anymore, right? And it's short term. So if they want to get close to you, they're going to have to show you, Taurus, that I was going to say they are who they say they are, but people don't really say who they are. They're going to have to show you that they are serious about you, that they're not like a liar. Because a lot of the times people be lying. People be lying hard body. You know what I'm saying? People be lying hard body. You feel me? You know, a lot of, like I said, my subscribers, they would be like, yo, and then some of them see me in real life. Some of my subscribers sees me in real life and they're like, yo, you just like your videos. And I'm like, yeah, because I ain't got to fake the funk. I ain't got to lie. Like, what am I lying for? But again, you feel what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to relationally, I can tell you what it is. When it comes to relationally, a lot of it is the ego. A lot of the, without getting into too much, what happens is that a lot of the people, they just get caught up with their ego, and they start telling themselves stories, right, in their own head about me. So what they'll do is they'll be like, oh, I'm not attracted to you because you contact me too much. And it's like, but okay, what do you call, but it's like, that's stupid, because you know a person is into you when they are contacting you a little bit. And I don't even contact individuals so much to the point where it's like I'm in their DMs every single day. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. But you know, they tell themselves this, and to be honest with you, I'm one of the most powerful people in New York City. I can go to any borough in New York City, and I know somebody there in any borough, and they're like, "Yo, you good? You all right? You okay? Let me know if anything." Not even on some, not even on some disrespectful, we trying to get into stuff. Like, that's not even what it is. They just like, "Look, you good? You all right?" Just based upon the fact that, like, my family knows that many people. They'll be like, yo, you good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. So I could be in the Bronx, I could be in Brooklyn, I could be in Queens, I could be in Staten Island, you know what I'm saying, Long Island. It could be anywhere. I could be you know what I'm saying, anywhere, you feel me, in New York or adjacent to, you know, New Jersey. People be like, hey, you good? You all right? You good? You feel me? I got people there. You feel me? I got friends there. I made friends, right? And so the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, that's what's going on with you. Like, a lot of you Taurus, in essence, you got to really see if a person is really about that life. And I'm not talking about any rah-rah stuff. What I'm talking about is, they're not like goofy. They're not like an individual that is like trying to act like there's something that they're not, or appear to be something. And then when you Taurus actually get to know them, it's like you Taurus are like, yo, this is wild, right? So the Justice and the Page of Cups here for you Taurus is about how a lot of you, so again, and a lot of you Taurus feel like you do have to be this way. You are justified in being this way, and you are. The Justice and the Page of Cups is all about, like, how picky you Taurus are. How, you know, you got to really see what type of time a person is on, friendship wise, romantic wise, especially familial wise, to see if what type of temperature they are about, right? Like, who are they for real, for real? Because some people, I'm telling you from personal experience, who has met many people on the internet face to face, some people don't look like they pictures. You get to know some of these people face to face. Some of these people, not all, because I met some good people from here, but some of these people are weirdos. I'm telling you, some of them are weirdos, and you're like, what is going on? You know. Now again, I've met some great people on here. I'm not even going to front and lie like I haven't. I've met some great people, but some people don't be keeping it 100 though. And so a lot of you Taurus, like I said before, you just realize that you have to look out for yourself. So the Seven of Swords and the Nine of Cups, another thing too, like, you have to also be mindful. You're like this because you're mindful of, you know, how overconfident some people are. I'm gonna tell you like this, Taurus. I don't know how overconfidence gets people. This real confident type of thing, and the person hasn't. Trust me, I've been in the room with people who are the most confident people in the room. But you want to know who's the most accomplished person in the room? I don't know. Just take a guess. And so The Five of Pentacles is about how, so, and see, the Five of Pentacles, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The Nine of Cups would be, they'll act like they're super confident, but the Five of Pentacles is what they actually are, which is they just did all of that confidence so that they could get you, Taurus, to hurry up to make a not a very good decision to have romantic fun with them. Then you find out afterwards. Because I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like, a lot of people don't really they're not really who they are until after that's done, you know? Not all the time, but a lot of the times. Right? I'd have been caught off guard myself. Let me tell you, like, that you really, like, I don't even know how to explain it, but like, you really kind of like, how do I even explain it? Like, when people are insecure around you, when they say some bone chilling stuff to you. I've heard some bone chilling stuff. I ain't gonna get too deep into that, but I've heard, people, I'm talking to them, and they know who they are. And they saying some stuff that don't really make any sense, and I'm just looking like, no comment. You know what I mean? And so the situation with that is the Scorpio energy. Wouldn't be a Taurus video if Scorpio didn't show up. The Scorpio energy and the Queen of Pentacles. But this is all a part of it, though. Because what's going on with you, Taurus, is that, like, again, what I'm seeing here for you is that you're gonna have a lot of people come to you, is what I'm saying. And that you're gonna have to be able to spot if a person is real very quickly. Because if you're not, what's going to happen is that you, Taurus, are going to be in a position where you would have got fooled by somebody, or duped, so to speak, by somebody who really wasn't about that. So what the cards are saying is that, again, you're on the right track, because don't hang out with people. I'll say that. Hang out with them. But do not rush into anything with anybody. You got to hang out with them a time or two. You feel me? You got to really get to really understand and see what's going on for real. If these people are really practicing what it is that now, me personally, I know for a fact that I'm practicing what I'm preaching. But so I don't have to worry about that. But it happens like that. So let's clarify some of these cards and let's get out of here. Let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. See, a lot of you, Taurus, are attractive. But again, like, people who are attractive gets preyed upon, right? People look at y'all like, people who are attractive, people look at y'all like y'all are honeypots, right? They can just dip their fingers in and get some honey, right? Honeypots, like Winnie the Pooh. Right? The bear. So people think that they can do that to you. They can just enter into your life, get whatever it is that they want, kick up dust, right? Start making things unnecessary for you. And then the next thing you know, you, Taurus, are just supposed to accept it and take it and just be like, okay, cool, right? But once again, a lot of you are like, yeah, things are going well. Things are going probably more well than they have 6 months ago. And 6 months ago, it was doing pretty well. But what I'm trying to say here is that, or kind of doing slightly well or whatever. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that it's only going to get better for you, Taurus. But this is just all the more reason to understand, once again, when you have people who like you, you may want to hang out with them a time or two. You feel me? Really see if they are really about what it is that they acting like they are about, So let's clarify the Queen of Pentacles. Let's clarify this Queen of Pentacles. So you have the Knight of Gabriel, the Wheel card, or i.e. the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Gabriel, the Knight of Raphael, and then the Six of Raphael, right? You see? So the Knight of Gabriel and the Wheel of Fortune, right, is about, once again, like, they're not gonna like the fact that you are able to take it easy, right? And it's the truth. They're not gonna like the fact that you're able to take it easy. They're not gonna like that. They're not gonna like the fact that you, Taurus, know how to kind of, you're not gonna make any kind of real rash decisions right now. You feel me? You'll hang out with them and then make a decision. And then you have the Page of Gabriel, the Knight of Raphael, and the Six of Raphael. So the Page of Gabriel right here is all about how you're in a place where, for you, what's happening is that the Page of Gabriel ultimately is about like how they, like I said, they won't like it. Not only will they not like it, but the Page of Gabriel is that you how do I articulate this? It's gonna create, to be honest with you, Taurus, it's gonna create a little bit of a rough patch between you and people when they rush in too quickly, because y'all are gonna be like, nah, y'all are not getting anything till y'all hang out, right? And they're gonna be upset because they're gonna be like, well, what's going on and all this other stuff. But you, Taurus, just know, nah, you gotta hang out with a person. You gotta really kick it and be around them. And then you have the Knight of Raphael and the Six of Raphael. You know, but see, when you stay solid like that, when you actually, you know, stick to your decisions, and you're like, nah, you're not gonna hang out with this one, or maybe you will, but maybe, you know what I mean, you don't like them because you're hanging out with them and the way that they move in. I'm telling you, right? You don't. It's my dog down there. They're gonna want to like try again and try to get your attention again. It is what it is, you know. So comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're approaching 27,000 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos. I don't know what's going on with YouTube and the algorithm, right? Bugging, whatever. It is what it is. Peace.